Hey everybody, ThrewRedButter here, back again with another beer review, coming at you today with a beer from Great Lakes Brewing, Cleveland, Ohio. It is a double IPA coming in at a massive 9.5% alcohol by volume. It is the Great Lakes Brewing Return of the Lake Erie Monster Double IPA. 9.5%. Alright, what do we got here? Do we have story time? Now playing an epic remake of a cult classic double IPA, remastered and deviously drinkable. That's it. That's in short. So, yeah, in my limited research, I believe they have a beer, or had a beer, just the Lake Erie Monster. So this is Return of the Lake Erie Monster. A bigger, badder, bolder version. 9.5, almost 10%. Yeah, and everybody smarter than me. Is there a urban legend in Cleveland with the Lake Erie Monster? Everyone tell me. Do they have like a minor league team or a semi-pro hockey team like the Cleveland Monsters or something? I don't know. Why do I know? Think there's something out there like that? I don't know. Don't listen to me. I don't read. So. The appearance on the Return of the Lake Erie Monster Double IPA. There's a mouthful. Beautiful golden sunset orange color. Maybe a little darker, bordering on kind of rusty orange. Hazy, very hazy body. Not a completely turbid, swampy beer. I can still see the shadows of my fingers dancing behind the glass. Excuse me. Got one finger of, ooh, look at that. Dense, type white, bright head. Very nice. Catch my breath. From talking. Ugh, that's bad. Let's get an aroma. Return of the Lake Erie Monster. Smells like a big bastard 9.5% double IPA. And very malty, too. Big sweet malts. Acidic hop oils. Sweet citrus. Candied orange. Orange rind. Get some earthy, mossy, grassy notes. But yeah, it smells like a big bastard, so let's get a taste. Return of the Lake Erie Monster. Yes, I'm looking down at the name to make sure I get it right. Cheers. Man, that'll put some hair on your ass. Wow. Whew. Big beer coming in hot. Not hot, alcohol wise, but yeah, metaphors, idioms, whatever. Whoa, that is big. Oh boy. Yeah, like I said in the nose, big acidic hop oils, very intense bitterness, sweet malts like the nose. Kind of has notes reminiscent of big Imperial West Coast IPAs. It's got kind of a garlic and onion nuance to it. But also from the East Coast, it's got kind of a. And also from the West, it has very sweet citrus. But from the East, it's got some really big pine notes and tree sap. A lot of sweet citrus on that one. Whoa, okay. Also, maybe like getting like a strong berry or blueberry kind of flavor to this one, kind of balancing out the freaking intensity of the bitterness, which is still huge here on the taste. Yeah, it's definitely on that second hit, the second wave. Initially, it's an initial hit of sweet citrus, and again, like berry and blueberry, almost like a honey-like sweetness going on at the very front of the tongue. The back is where the bitterness hits you. Uh, there was some initial, like, very acidic hop oils on this one, much like the aroma. Not still here on the taste, but not as intense. But still, it's a big bastard of a beer. 9.5%. Not surprised there, but it's got a lot going on. Yeah, there they are. Yeah, okay, well, yeah, there they are on the back end, those acidic hop oils, but still very sweet on the finish. Again, almost honey like in a way. Like, it's almost like I could compare it to a previous review I did because I'm getting so much of that, like, honey sweetness. I'm not even sure. I don't think it's made with honey, but it has that kind of sweetness to it. It's almost like a Bell's Hop Slam clone in a way. And that's very good company to be in. Yeah, but it's much, I think it's actually sweeter than Bell's Hop Slam. Yeah, more with that pine right there. Very sappy in a way. No, not really like grass or grassy, but almost like mossy and tree bark. Kind of hitting on notes of fresh hop, whole cone, double IPAs, but not really there in terms of the sweetness. But the hints are there. A lot going on here. Mouthfeel is big and full, 9.5%. There's no alcohol in this at all. It's very, I could see it could be very intimidating for newbies, but for veterans, you're not going to have a problem with it. But it is, it's a big beer. Very big beer. Big sipper, 9.5%. Surprisingly, when we're getting this high for, 9.5%, Imperial IPA, we're almost at double digits in the terms of the ABV. The body is not that thick or syrupy or off-putting at all. That's very impressive. It's drinking more like 8.5. Yeah, and again, I think maybe with all those sweeter notes in there, it's helping to combat so much of that hop acidity and those hop oils. But I mean, yeah, this is something you could definitely, excuse me, you could definitely nurse and cherish over the course of like an hour, and you're gonna find more and more going in there. I mean, very good beer. Actually, great beer. Great beer. So final score, final verdict, final rating. Great Lakes Brewing Return of the Lake Erie Monster Double IPA. 9.5% alcohol by volume, 65 IBU, as they say on the back of the can. I made a direct comparison to Bell's Hop Slam, which I gave an astronomical score to. This is pretty much on the same level, but it has much more of that honey sweetness, which again, I don't believe is made with honey, but it has that sweetness to it. Along with the intense citrus, the great West Coast influence of the garlic and onion, and the astringency, the East Coast pine, and again, which I forgot when I said it before, like the West Coast sweet citrus on this one. This is hugely complex, and for 9.5%, hugely drinkable. The veterans out there will have no problem putting this one down. It's not even that dry at all on the aftertaste or when everything settles. I don't know. I mean, this is a great beer. This is a great double IPA. Man, so I'm gonna go. I've been giving out huge scores when I've been shooting my reviews lately. Like, this is up there with the Bell's Hop Slam. which I gave, again, a huge score to. So I'll give a huge score to this one. 9.5 ABV, 9.5 score out of 10. Absolutely worth it. I picked it up at my local store. If you can get it at your local store, go nuts. Go off, Queen. 9.5 out of 10. Great Lakes Brewing. Return of the Lake Erie Monster Double IPA. Great stuff right here. That's going to do it for me through Red Butter. Till next time. Cheers, everybody.